Hey guys, what's up? This is Davo here, and this week I will be releasing a series of videos analysing E3. I will go to detail about what I liked and what I didn't like. I hope you enjoy, guys. Let's get started. The first conference for my analysis is Bethesda. So let's look at, we're gonna go through the games that they released and talk about each one of them. So, the first one is Doom, the first-person shooter. The game is supposed to be identical to the original, they said, but with added features, guns, and graphics, etc. Going by the gameplay footage that I saw there, if it is real, if it's not CGI'd, then they've definitely done that justice. Because the structure of the levels looks old school. It looks classic. You know, it looks like the first game. The only thing is that when the health drops, I saw there was a lot of health for a lot of enemies. But thanks anyway. That's just something they could improve on. Anyway, thanks to the ID software engine, the game looks fantastic. Although there are some textures that were low res. Hopefully they fix this by the time the game hits store shelves. The multiplayer, in my opinion, however, looked pretty basic. Except for the map building, which I'll get on about in a minute. But the gameplay looked like Call of Duty. I was hoping for a little bit more innovation there, but then again, I suppose Doom is meant to be a fast-paced shooter like Call of Duty. It's meant to make you feel powerful, so yeah, that's a fair point. But anyway, let's get on to the map building. I think that will make the multiplayer shine. It looks simple to use, but it looks like it can do very complex things. So yeah, that's about it for Doom, and I can't wait to hear about more in the future. Maybe I'll pick it a purchase. Alright, so next we have Battle Cry from Bethesda's new studio, Battle Cry. Now, from the look of it, I honestly thought at first it was a trailer or just an advertisement until like I rewinded it a bit and I realized that Bethesda founded it. Now I'm not sure if it's actually Bethesda working on it or if it's just Bethesda hired a bunch of people, but either way it just looked like a melee version of Team Fortress 2. The art style looked pretty good. Who knows? It is an online multiplayer game like Team Fortress 2, and it looks like it took a lot of inspiration from it. But it looks good. Especially the melee combat. I liked the abilities and stuff. So hopefully there is a version like that for Team Fortress 2. Like, that'd be cool if there was something like Team Fortress 2, except it was a bit more complex. So yeah, it looked pretty good. Might give it a try. The next game that we have on this analysis is Dishonored 2 by Arcane Studios. Now this game was supposed to be a surprise, but it was leaked onto the internet a while before it, thanks to Bethesda accidentally live streaming and talking about it. But it still shocked a lot of people about what's actually in it. Now you'll be able to play as Emily Caldwin and the original like the girl in the first one. I forget, I think she was someone's daughter, and you also get to play the main character of the first one. Now that wasn't very clear by the way it showed just his mask. It made people think that the person was dead, but in all, he's not. Anyway, but like not really much was shown in terms of gameplay, so there's not really much to talk about except that it's confirmed. It's in development, and we wish it all good luck. Anyway, next we had The Elder Scrolls. Now this was pretty disappointing for me because I was hoping for something bigger and better, maybe a teaser for The Elder Scrolls 6 or something, but all we got was an announcement of Tamriel Unlimited, the MMO, Elder Scrolls Online that we already know is released, and a card game which, to be honest, no one really asked for or is not really. It's sort of like a filler, as if they don't want to disappoint Elder Scrolls fans, so they push something out there. But I'm not sure. It doesn't really and also the fact that they didn't even show gameplay. It's just concept art. So hopefully it's as good as Hearthstone. That's very unlikely though, especially since Bethesda's not really a card making company. Card game at least. So I don't see this one capturing the hearts of many fans. Anyway, so next is the last one is probably going to be the one I'm going to be talking the longest about. Fallout 4 now. Everyone knew Fallout 4 was going to be here, but no one knew it was going to be there. The way it came out now. Originally, I just thought, they'd do a trailer and show off some gameplay, but they showed off way more than I thought they would, and way more than I expected. They showed Vault 112. They even shared a bit of the story. But the detail and the crafting system, it is unbelievable. So we're gonna go through each thing that was in the conference for Fallout 4 individually. So first of all, so the VAT system, where you could zoom in to a certain point on the enemy, like a weak point or a point that you're gonna hit, is back for Fallout 4. Thank God. I really like that. Although for some reason on Fallout 3 there's a glitch or whatever where it would mess up your character sometimes. But anyway, it introduces new crafting systems. So like I said, new upgrades. You can craft new weapons, which is always exciting, especially for a post-apocalyptic game. So also there's apparently classic game homages playable in Fallout 4. I'm not sure what that means. That probably means like there's little references or mini games or whatever, or maybe like some gameplay elements from the old games are here, or some weapons or whatever. But also now we're gonna talk about the collector's edition. Now this is probably gonna be sold out. Like I think it was sold out within the first 5 minutes it was released, to be honest, because it looked so impressive. Basically, you got a real life Pip-Boy in the collector's edition now. You could slot your iPhone into it or whatever, and that was amazing. That looked amazing. But like I said, it's probably going to be sold out in it was sold out in 5 minutes, at least in the US. I'm not sure about Europe or UK now, seeing as UK's left Europe. But yeah, hopefully there's still some editions available for other people. Maybe they'll release more or whatever. So now we're going to go through each part of the gameplay. So probably one of the most impressive things was actually the actual walking, the animations. They're really improved. Now before, it looked like your player was sort of skating in Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas, but it seems they fixed that. It even looks better than Skyrim. Bethesda hasn't really been known for their third-person gameplay, because I'd usually, when I was playing Skyrim or whatever, you'd never really even dare try and go in the third-person, camera issues, but it looks like they have that sorted out here, especially with the next-gen engine, which, to be honest, looks brilliant. Although it didn't really look good in the trailer, seeing it actually in motion with the lighting, it's fantastic. So hopefully we see PC get sweet ENB and stuff, sweet effects, and probably a beautiful looking game. Speaking of modding, that's coming to the Xbox One. Now that was probably one of the most exciting things I've ever heard from an Xbox One game. PC mods will be able to make their way to the Xbox One through Bethesda.net. Now that is impressive if they manage to pull it off. Probably, it's just going to be ESPs and ESMs here. Obviously, I don't think you can edit the actual game, physical game. You can't add files, but maybe you can, add ESMs and ESPs and stuff. I don't see them adding, graphical changes, but if they did, it'd be really impressive to see someone be able to make sweet, or, even a 60 FPS lock for the Xbox One or PS4 if it's possible. But yeah, so that's enough about modding. But that is coming, apparently. I hope that makes its way to Elder Scrolls 6 when it comes around the corner, because that would be awesome. seeing the mods that they can create. God. Anyway, so we're gonna go talk about the shooting. Now, the guns looked real. They looked like, once again with Doom, you know, I can compare it to Doom. It sort of had the same punch, and it sort of felt like you were firing an actual gun. I hope it's like this on release date. Speaking of release date, I keep on getting sidetracked. It's actually coming out this November, so that's really, really good. Hopefully it will be game of the year, because Bethesda looks like they have put a lot of work into this. Apparently they've been doing it for the last 4 years, and if it has the amount of detail that they're saying it has, then that is going to be one of the best, probably one of the best games of the year, if not of the next gen consoles. Even though Metal Gear Solid 5 and stuff's coming out. Right after the show, they released Fallout Shelter to sort of hold you over. But they didn't really have to do that. Like, even like I said, more games the better, especially if they're like this. But I wish they would have done something like that for the Elder Scrolls to hold us over, like something like they would have put more time to apps for the Elder Scrolls than Fallout, because you don't really have to wait that long for Fallout 4. Whereas with the Elder Scrolls, it's very likely we won't be getting the game for like another 4 years or 3. Thanks a lot, Elder Scrolls Online. You can thank them for that. Anyway, so last but not least, I'm gonna have to talk about the environment. Now, the environment was impressive. Oh my god. The environment, like the textures, they're really high. It looks like they're really high quality, you know. The stream didn't do it justice, because obviously, you know, there were there were some, like, it wouldn't be 100% 60 FPS quality. It'd probably be a bit blurry, but I think the stream didn't do it justice, because the game looks a lot better than that. I've seen screenshots and stuff of the actual video, just like HD'd. Anyway, if it looks like that, then that is impressive. I also like the way you could command your dog around. And there is one more thing I forgot to mention, actually. It's the base system. Now, basically, you can build bases using materials around that you can break down and stuff. From like materials like wood or bricks or whatever. Now, the reason why that looks so impressive is, number one, raiders can actually invade your base, so you can make defenses and stuff. But number two, Bethesda, like, once again, they've gone above and beyond. Like, people expect high hopes, but it's as if they always add a feature or two that just blows the minds of everyone's, and they've added a lot of features that's blown minds. When I heard Fallout 4, I expected it to be like Fallout 3, but it's going to be a game on its own, and hopefully the Elder Scrolls 6 lives up to this. I keep on going back to that because that's one of my favourite games, and I really, really hope that it'll be built to this quality too, and I have no doubt that it won't. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. Thank you, Bethesda, because that's probably going to be the best. That was the best press conference, actually, like, of the whole lot. I can say that it does get not as, like, it never gets better than this. Because there was nothing really bad except the Elder Scrolls. But yeah, I really enjoyed this presentation, because, like, I stayed up for, like, very late, 3 o'clock, I think, 3 or 4, and it was worth the wait, just seeing Fallout 4 like that, and the live surprises and stuff. It was amazing. It really changed the way I look at gaming. All I can say right now is that this E3 was probably the best E3 I watched. I've been watching E3 not for long, but if it's more like this every year, which I doubt it will be, because, like, they revealed big games this year, but everyone done sort of well. Like, some done like well, others done brilliant, others done fantastic. Bethesda is one of them, and maybe Microsoft. But I can't wait to see the future of gaming, and hopefully it picks up this year, rather than last year. which was rather disappointing, even though we had next-gen consoles. Hopefully, within the next few years, there can be real innovation there. I really hope that anyway, because that would be a dream come true, especially if they release more of my favorite games like Gears of War, Dead Rising 4, even though they already had a Dead Rising 3. You know, games like this that just changed gaming, the games that just made gaming different, that done something that no one else had done before. And that's what I look for in a video game, something that you can't get anywhere else. For instance, Call of Duty, yeah, there's Battlefield and there's Doom. Well, there's Battlefield and stuff and Counter-Strike, but like games, for instance, like Doom, I feel like that's unique in the way it's laid out and stuff, like maze type thing, like Wolfenstein sort of. They're two games that defined shooting as a genre and first-person shooting, and it can only get better, I think, not for Bethesda. Well, for Bethesda, it can get better, but for other game companies, maybe not. Maybe they gave their all this year, like Microsoft and Sony. They definitely pulled their pulled their miniguns out and sprayed everyone with good games, and probably next year they won't have anything to show. But like I said, who knows? There might be another developer who can come along. Maybe someone like Bethesda who can show some real inspiration in this market. That would be the best thing in the world. But like I said, this is going to be really positive analysis for E3. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this this talk. I know I did. I can't wait to release the next one. I think the next one will be Microsoft. I have quite a few things to say there. I can't wait, and I'll speak with you guys soon. Thank you very much. Davo out.